Hello everyone and welcome back to the forest. So the sun is just rising behind the mountains, which tells me it's morning time. So we need to do our basics for survival and light the fire so we can get some food cooking just in case we need the calories for the day. Now you can see this little icon above the fire. That represents now you can use cash to stoke fires with, which makes sense because I mean if you found anything from the plane wreck or anything just in particular from the wild that you can use, you would either use it to stoke the fires, make a fire, or just use it to keep warm. So that is a good upgrade from the developers, so well done to them. Now while I've been off camera guys, there's a couple of things that I've done, mainly checking forums on people's thoughts on upgrade 0.12 or version 12, whatever you want to call it, and I was actually surprised to see the developers have taken much more hate. Now it's for something so simple that these people, I mean, I can't even comprehend what goes through their mind at the time of writing what they do write, and they write some really horrendous things to the developers or about the developers. And let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. When you go to the crafting mat, obviously one of the upgrades that's in version 12 is stealth armor. Now I did show you guys how to make it using the ingredients of leaves, tree sap and a lizard skin. So I'll just go ahead and show you exactly what I did in that episode. You put the leaves on the mat, and obviously you can see already we can have the ingredients here for the stealth armor, and you just keep going round until the cogs all the way complete, which now means we can add the second item, which is tree sap, and that's directly from the forest website, so we'll add that too, and one lizard skin. And you can see there is no cog. Now I originally thought that's because I already had the lizard skin armor applied to my character. That isn't the case. Somewhere down the line there's been a mistake, either from someone intentionally using the tree sap as an ingredient and maybe at some point wanted to use that as an ingredient to make the stealth armor, or they've just forgotten to do it, or maybe it's a typo. Either way, it's not a big deal. All you guys have to do if you want to make the stealth armor is remove the tree sap, remove one leaf, and you can see now the cog appears and you can create the stealth armor. So that's what we'll do, and this is what it's supposed to look like. So if any of you guys are having problems making this thing, that's what it's supposed to look like. So I think we can go ahead and wear this thing. So let's have a look at what it looks like. Oh, you can see on the right hand it's actually got leaves poking out of it, which is good. I mean, it's a change. Anything new in the game is always a good thing with me. Now someone was nice enough to leave me a private message letting me know where I could get the flare gun from, and unfortunately it was all the way back over there where we originally made home, right next to, I think it's the yacht or the boat, whatever you guys want to call it. So I went on the yacht, I tried to find the gun, I looked everywhere guys, and I couldn't find it. I even went underneath the boat while I was being attacked by sharks, and I just couldn't find it. So unfortunately I can't show you guys the flare gun, but if anyone does know where to find it, again, just let me know in the comments section and I'll be sure to check that out. I would assume it's probably in the cave system. So at some point we will go back down into the caves, which I'm not looking forward to, and see if we can find any more cool items along with the flare gun. Now you'll remember in the previous episode to this one, if you guys have just watched that, we made these things, which is the blue paint and the orange paint. Now it does say can be used to decorate items and structures. Now the second part of that sentence is one that interests me the most, and structures. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been very busy with. Now one of the things the developers have added to the game is the way the enemy pathfinding works. Now that's just to do with how they interact with you and what areas they will use as a route or, you know, kind of scout around. It's not a big improvement on the game, but to me it makes a big difference, because I wouldn't like this game if every 10 seconds I was being hoarded by cannibals, and that's, I think, what the developers have taken away from the initial early alpha releases of the forest. I mean, if people were trying to build something like this and there were constant attacks from the cannibals, then it would just get so demoralizing that you can't finish what it is you want to start to build. So the last time I saw a cannibal was when I was on my way to the yacht, and there was only 2 of them and they were quite easy to fend off. Though I'm told if you go deeper into the forest where their camps are, you will encounter more of them. So that's another upgrade in my eyes. So again, well done to the developers on that one. They're always trying to improve this game, and little things like that will go a long way. Now you'll notice, first off, I think I've had a problem with chunk loading. The tree that I originally built the alpine tree house on has now gone, as you can see, and the one next to it that I used for camouflage has also disappeared. The idea with the rabbit trap, as you'll remember, was in between 2 points, so if anything goes in between that, hopefully I'd catch it. It's not a big deal, and I think I know a way to rectify that and get the chunks back on the game. But if not, it's not a problem at all. I mean, I'm not really too bothered that a tree isn't holding my alpine treehouse up because it makes it unique and it looks quite cool as well. But you can see I've got the foundations or blueprints up for 2 platforms right next to the alpine treehouse. And you can see a tree platform, something in the middle, another tree platform, and off in the distance, a 3rd one. Now this is what I've been doing, guys, off camera. I told you guys that I would try and find out how to make the tree bridges. I think this is a very cool concept, and I'll just show you guys very, very quickly how to do it. It did take me a while. I'm one of those players that doesn't necessarily go online to try and find out things about the game that I can craft and stuff like that. I'd love to try and do it myself, and if I'm really, really struggling, obviously then I'll try and do a little bit of research. But I did eventually find out how to do it. I made 1 tree platform, and all you guys have got to do is go to shelters, scroll across a little bit, and it looks like this thing. You make the tree platform, and then when you want to make a tree bridge, you can come across to the tree platform and you can see these anchor points. Now all you do is go up to it, and when it turns white, you hold down the left click button and drag it out, and as you can see, you can make the tree bridge. Now I was so amazed when I saw this thing, and in my opinion, it looks amazing. The only problem is, as you can see in the bottom left of the screen, I have to gather 154 logs. That is going to take a hell of a long time. So either way, that's something I will be working on, and I'm not really sure where it's going to lead to. I had this idea that I could make tree platforms going all the way down this section and eventually down to some sort of small cabin. In fact, you know what, guys? We'll go down there now, and I'll see if I can lay the blueprints down so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So coming down there, I don't know if the gradient's too high. I'll have to find out. It's not a big deal if it is. I want it in this area. It's kind of an unused area, and I've never ever seen any of the cannibals around here. So I hope they don't come in this area. But let's have a look if we can lay down the foundations for, I think it's called the boathouse. Yeah, the houseboat. Okay. Can we lay this thing on the water? I know a lot of people have had trouble with this. I have seen people having so many problems with the houseboat. I mean, I would assume that it does need a slight amount of water with maybe the shore underneath it. Who cares? I just want to see what this thing looks like when it's built. So I guess what we'll do is rotate it round. I can't really see where the front door is. Yeah, I'm going to rotate it round facing the ocean. Actually, you know what, guys? I think this gradient here is a little bit too steep, because my idea is I want to make a raft coming off of it. So maybe we'll get rid of the idea of the tree house going all the way through the trees, so I can just use one huge escape ramp to get away. I don't know, because I really like that idea. Maybe I'll still do that. I don't know. We can always play around with it. Maybe this is a suitable spot. Yeah, you know what? This is okay. We'll build the thing here. So let's open the boathouse again. I'll rotate it round. It is going to be on a slight angle, which doesn't really bother me, so we can place that there. So the boathouse will be there. I mean, if I have to, I'll just make a few platforms in between them so I can just get down safely without taking fall damage. And if we can, I'm going to show you guys what the raft looks like. Now again, I know this is another thing people are having problems with, the raft. So I don't think I'm going to get to build this thing now, but I assume when it's finished it will look amazing. So I'm not going to build it yet, but you get the idea. That's what we're going to be building. So once again, I'll just show you guys exactly what we built. And just to let you guys know as well, this took a lifetime. As you can see, I've used up a lot of the trees that were in this area. I think that's the only bad thing about living around here. There's not any major dense forest in order to take a load of trees from. And if you do need to take any trees, you either have to go facing where our home is just over there or back here. And once you exhaust the trees back here, then you kind of leave yourself without any trees to build with, especially for these things. So this is what we've come up with, or this is what I've come up with, and I am going to finish at least this section so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. In fact, you know what, guys? I've just had a second thought. Maybe if I just make the tree bridges coming across to this bit and then a save point dropping down to here, when the developers do open this section of the map up, and I know I keep talking about it because I'm dying to go over to the mountain areas, then it will be a very easy way just to get away from the I thought the bird was a cannibal. To get away from the cannibals and head into this area. and I can build something here like a huge outpost. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to probably do that off camera because I don't really want to show you guys me building things for a good hour and a half. Do you guys want to see that? Do you want to see me building things? Let me know in the comments section, guys, because I've still gone ahead and built the majority of things off camera for you guys, so when it comes to an episode you get to see the finished product. If you want to see me building the things, then just let me know. I'm happy to do that either way. It just means the episodes will be probably a lot longer, and when it comes to editing, it will take a little longer to edit them. So either way, it doesn't bother me. Let me know in the comment section, as you always do. So I think that's the idea for this section. I hope you guys like it. I really love this idea with the tree bridges and the platforms. I think it looks really, really cool, and a second escape from the home. And I do need more of these things. In fact, you know what? I'm really hungry, so we're going to take a light snack like we would in the wild. Any protein or anything we can use for calories. Get our energy back up. Now, I did want to see what the paint could do. Like I say, it can be used to decorate items and structures. I don't know what structures, but that's the first thing I'm going to check out. And if that fails, then I'm going to show you guys what items we can decorate and how cool they actually look. The rabbit trap's caught something. Has it? I don't think he's caught anything. Oh well. This rabbit trap always seems to be set off by either one animal that just keeps constantly going in a loop in this area and knocking the stick over. It's teasing me, guys. I can never catch food with that thing. The other two over there in the forest area always catch things, and that's been my main source of food. I think... Just having a look. What items do I need? I think I actually need more food. Anyway, let's see if we can paint any of our forts. My idea was that I could make this thing look really, really cool with different colours, just as something different to show you guys in the game. So we'll go ahead and see if we can do it. So, can be used to... Well, I'm guessing that I can't actually equip this thing, so... Yeah, I think it needs to be combined with something. So in terms of... Oh, can we craft the bow? No, I don't think we can craft the bow. What else can we do? Arrows, survival guide, pills, cassette player. Combine the cassette player with paint. No, nothing comes up. Well, the pedometer. Pedometer? I've completely forgot the name of that thing. Let's just call it the phone, guys. That way my brain won't hurt when I try and say that word. Lighter can be used to start fires. I'm guessing we can't make the lighter orange as it's already orange. Wristwatch, no. Okay, I know you can do it to some of these things, but I'll leave that to last. What else can we do? Can we... No, we can't turn the rabbit skin orange. Circuit board? No. Okay. I do know I need to find a second circuit board, guys, so if, again, any of you guys know where I can find these things, because they seem to be so difficult. I tell you what, that's what we're going to do at the end of the episode. I'm going to head back over to the plane wreck and see if we can find another circuit board, because I would love to be able to craft, which somebody left me in the comments section. I don't know if it's true, but if you can make a bomb. You can actually make a bomb. What was that noise? Okay, I'm a little worried now, because, so I'm going to go inside the base and just stay away from these things for a minute. I normally go to my high hide, or my little lookout thing up here, if I do get a little nervous, because I can see for the majority of everything that's going on. It's a pain in the ass to get up though, I mean... Oh, you know what, we're good. We'll stay here. So anyway, let's get back on what we were doing. Alright, so... What else can we do? The rope. See, I need... Axe. An axe. Okay. So I'm guessing I need sticks. Alright, so I'm going to... Okay, I don't think I need another axe, but it's good to know that we can craft an axe. Now, I love this thing the developers have added to the game, where you can see potentially what you can craft using certain or individual items. I think that's a really good move. Club, yeah, I know about the club. That's something. In fact, you know what? I want to make that thing, and I think I have some sticks. So let's take some of these things. In fact, we'll take all of them. And I want to make sure I'm safe, so I'm going to stay here and back onto the crafting mat. So we'll take a stick, we'll take a club or a skull, and the club. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I'm guessing that will do some damage in for a melee weapon more than anything, because let's face it, if they get close enough and this thing doesn't do the job, I hope to God this will keep them back. So it's always good to have more weapons. What else can we do? So the rope. Maybe a stick. What else could we use, guys? Maybe a rock? Yeah, okay. Okay, so the most basic of axes. Okay, so, I mean, that looks really cool because it reminds me of kind of what a very, in the olden times, or maybe someone who is in the wild would craft that if they find some kind of cordage to use with the sticks and the rock. Maybe sharpen the end of the rock up. I like that. That's cool. Do you know what? I'm going to use that. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it actually does look... That looks really, really cool. Okay. So, for the remainder of the episode, I'm going to head back to the plane because in the next few episodes, guys, I want to see if I can either find more items with the help of your comments, or I want to see if I can go into the cave system and explore more of it. I mean, I know it's probably a death sentence doing that, but I'm going to try and stay alive. As you probably saw in the earlier episodes, I did my best to stay alive, and it worked quite well, so I think we'll do that. Just very quickly, though, I do want to see what items we can paint. So let's equip this blue paint. I like the blue paint. Maybe this? Oh, that's such a shame. I would have loved that axe to be blue. Plain axe? Okay, so we can make the plain axe blue. I don't really use this thing. Okay, let's have a look what it looks like. Okay, I don't understand. I mean, what I would really love for the developers to do, say for example if they were to add animals to the game and you could find things like frogs, and I have heard them in the forest, I just can't find them. So if they are in the game, somebody let me know. Squirrel! That's probably the first time you've ever heard a commentator over a game get so excited over a squirrel. I've never seen one before though. It's good to know they are there. I thought they were. I said that in the previous episode. What I was saying though is if you could find frogs in the game, like I was talking a while back about the poison dart frogs. If you could... The days are making me nervous, guys. We're getting out of here. If you could find the poison dart frogs in this game, or use any toxins from the frogs and rub it maybe against the axe to create a poisonous tip, I think that would be so cool. And when the cannibals come towards you and you could hit them, they could take poison damage. That would be such a nice addition. I may suggest that to the developers. It might be hard to integrate that towards the game, and I need to go back home and change to morning again because I hate this game at night time. But I think that would be such a good idea. Let me know, guys. I mean, you could even go as far as putting the poison on the end of the arrows, so when you fire the bow, say for example at the deer, it could slowly die over time, and you could have that hunter aspect where you're stalking them in the forest. You fire the arrows at the deer and they die due to the poison. That would be such a good idea. I don't know, guys, somebody needs to write these things down because I do forget them, but I guess I will tell the developers something about that, and hopefully they will integrate that into the game. I think it's such a cool idea. Anyway, we're going to save the game, and I'm going to change it to daytime because, as I've said, I get so creeped out when this game is at night time. So I'm sorry about the black screen. Should be back on and change to daytime. Okay, there we go. The reason I know it's morning, guys, is because I think that behind the mountains is the east and the sun sets over there in the west. I think that's the theory I'm going with anyway. I may be wrong. I may have that completely back to front, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Anyway, we're going to head towards the plane, and I want to see if we can find, more than anything, another circuit board, because the person that did leave a comment very early in the stages of the series, they said 2 circuit boards, I think, and watches, and I think it was... I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, coins. Yeah, we do have some coins. So I'm going to go over there and see if we can find some circuit boards. I want to get that other axe out because I think that thing looks really, really cool. But we're going to keep this thing out. This makes me feel very primal, so I like this thing. I want to use the bow again. I really want to start getting better with the bow because the more distance I have between me and the cannibals, and if I can learn to shoot with this damn thing, I think it will benefit me. Sorry, little guy. You need to give me some food. Okay, then. You live to fight another day because I have no more bows left. In fact, you know what? I think... Yeah, I have plenty of feathers, so we're going to go ahead and create at least... What's going on? What is going on? There we go. Okay, so make another one. Okay. We're pretty good. We should have plenty of arrows now. How come? Okay, so it does it does have them. It's just a little bit of a glitch in the game. He's been so good just standing there. I hope I get to shoot him now. Okay, I've hit every part around him. I just can't shoot him. There we go. It only took me 5,000 attempts, but I eventually killed one. Okay, very good. Alright, so at least I know kind of where to aim with this thing now. I'm not even going to attempt to get the rabbit. That will take me at least 4 hours, and I'm sure you guys don't want to see me just hunting down a rabbit with the bow. I don't know. Let's head back over to the plane and see what else we can find. Now, I did mention earlier on, guys, that the pathfinding has changed in the game, so if we do see less cannibals, I love that because we're not constantly hounded by them. But if we do see less cannibals and you guys want to see me interact with them more, I can always head into the areas where they have camps. I can hear them from time to time, and I did have a run-in with them over there on the beach section near the yacht, but it was only 2 of them. I thought I heard one then. And having the bow out, I don't think is the best of ideas. I'm going to change to the crafted axe. I like this thing. Okay. I can still kind of hear something in the distance, which is making me very nervous. I don't know what it is about this area. I always get very nervous around here. I do come over here quite a lot to fish with the spear. Oh, and by the way, guys, this thing, that spear comes in so handy. I eventually caught a raccoon just before I recorded this episode, and it does give just a generic meat. So, I mean, I know I did try and find out what meat it gives. I'm going to eat some of these things because my character's energy is getting low. So constantly on the move, burning calories, makes sense. Nice rainbow. Okay, what I'm trying to listen out for is the creaking of the metal. So I'm just going to be quiet for a good 30 seconds. I haven't gone anywhere, guys. I'm just going to listen to the plane while hiding behind this rock. No, I really can't hear any creaking of that plane. I mean, I think it would be a good idea, so then you could get the whereabouts of the cockpit. And I was told that the circuit boards are on this thing, or maybe this thing. No. Okay, so we can't find them. I'm going to open up some suitcases, see what items we can find. I know the developers have added some items to the suitcases, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to stock up on more resources that we need, so... Okay. It would help if I could hit the damn thing. There we go. Did I just hit that thing into oblivion? No, there we go. What was that? Booze. Okay, we're going to finish this episode off later on by drinking some booze, because I still haven't done that and I really want to know what happens when you drink it. I hope it makes me drunk. I mean, I hope it doesn't make me drunk, because then I'd really struggle getting back home. Okay, more beer and some... I think that was pills. In this one we have some cloth and a candy bar. Okay, I'm going to use that candy bar. Oh, in fact we have 2 of them. Okay, so let's eat that thing and eat the second one just to get our energy up. And what's these? Okay, I think the berries now have names as well. I mean, probably they had names before I knew, but I think these are called snowberries, maybe. It's either snowberries or white berries, and I believe these things are poison. I'm going to check. Yep, they're poison. Don't eat those things, guys. Stay well away from them. And I think it's the orange and purple ones, or blue ones, that are second poison as well. I think the blueberries are very good to eat, and they give you quite a lot of energy for the day. So if you see the blue ones, by all means eat them, but stay well away from the white ones and the orange and purple ones. Now, there was a reason for me to head over here as well. I wanted to see... What's this thing? I think that's what we can get leaves from. I wanted to see if we can find the opening where I came out from a few episodes back. It's definitely somewhere around here, because I remember jumping out of the hole. Is this it? Yeah, that's the anchor point for the rope. Okay, where is the hole? Oh, there it is. Okay, it was right in front of me the whole time and I couldn't even see it. So we can actually go down the cave this way. Alright, that's changed everything. Okay, guys, so I guess in the next episode, we'll do 2 full, or maybe 1 full exploration episode in the cave system, because I know when I did... Oh, shit. I did not see them in the distance. Oh god, okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I really want to see what's in the caves, because I am told there are some goodies in there, and the more things I can use to craft items, the more my chances are of staying alive. Somebody did message me as well. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode. It was the same person that asked if I was going to be making episodes based on the update, so showing you guys everything in the updates and then calling it a day on the forest. As I said, I'm not calling it a day on the forest. I will keep this thing going because you guys seem to love it, and I'm not getting bored of this game anytime soon. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it was the same person that said it. So I think we can find some items in there that we haven't seen already, and maybe the flare gun as well. I didn't even think of that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next episode. I just want to check on the traps before I go, and then I'm going to head back home, save the game, and then continue recording for you guys. I don't know why I haven't seen any more cannibals apart from the two on the beach and them up there. I would assume they would be in this area, because I have seen them here quite a lot. Let's check this trap, see if it's been set off yet. No, I still don't know what these things mean. Can anybody tell me in the comments what these things mean? I think they're just maybe totem poles that they've tried put down to ward off people. Guys, I think that has changed again. It may just be me. It may just be my eyes just deceiving me. But if you remember the last episode, I don't remember that gradient of hill. Maybe it's just me getting turned around in the forest. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. I am becoming the cannibals, as I said in the very early episodes of this series. So let's check the traps. What'd be really cool in this game as well, I mean, I know I've briefly touched on it, if they do integrate some sort of storyline where you can, maybe if they introduced a campaign to the game, it wouldn't have to be long. I mean, maybe 10 missions or something like that, just where you're trying to find, I think it's Timmy, your son. That one's not been set off yet. And neither has that one. Okay. Doesn't look like I'm eating anything today. So I'm going to go to our old campsite where we set the fire down here, just underneath this rock. I love this area. It looks really, really cool. How the fire lights the rock like that. Okay, so just to summarise what we've done in this episode and show you guys something you may have missed or not picked up on. I've used the paint on the plain axe, so you guys can see that now. I've recorrected how to make the stealth armor, just in case you were wondering. Once again, it's using the leaves, don't use the tree sap, and just one lizard skin. Then you should be good to go. We've attempted to train our skills with the bow. I've shown you guys that brand new part of the base where I'm making the tree bridges along with the platforms to integrate some sort of better escape route. And again, guys, if you didn't know, you can stoke fires now with money, so don't panic if you don't have any leaves. And alongside that, we've made what I think looks like the best club or axe in the game. So yeah, as always, guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe, keep up to date. Leave a comment below if there's anything you want to ask me or anything you want to see me do specifically while I'm on my adventures in the forest. Like the episode if you did enjoy what you've seen, and as always, I will see you later.